This is Gary Atensa with CNTV, and today we're in Virginia. I am here with TLC Financial Coaching, where financial systems meet empowerment, clarity, and peace. I am joined here with the financial coach, Tanya. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to first start out. Why don't you share with us why the decision to launch out on your own in 2024 to help empower individuals to achieve financial success through personalized coaching? How did that start for you?
Oh, absolutely. So I have been through quite a bit in my life. And in the last several years, it has really exploded. So what really drew me into this area is I love working for with people, and I am a numbers person. So I had a corporate job prior to this that I was exposed to a chemical, and it left me 7 years homebound. And it also set me into a position where I couldn't go into a normal job market again. So this just seemed to fit, working with people, helping them to establish a better future, as well as working with numbers, and I can do it virtually. So it was a win-win situation.
Wow, I mean, what a story led you here today. When most of us think about finance, we think of numbers. Yet, is a proper mindset just as important to gain the results that we want, would you say?
Absolutely, because we all have mindsets around everything in an everyday life. And I actually go a little bit deeper than just the mindset, Gary. You hear this word mindset a lot in any kind of coaching or therapy or anything like that. And underneath a mindset, there's a system that drives it. And we go below the mindset itself and we find the system, the mechanism that's driving those mindsets, and we tweak it just a little bit. And in doing so, in tweaking that system that's not working for you, we make it work for you.
I mean, first of all, we see coaches really in every area of life. Why is personal finance so critical to our well being, would you say?
Oh my gosh. So personal finance is very important. It drives your existence pretty much. So having the finances to be able to do the things you want to do, it's very freeing. So they say money buys happiness or can't buy happiness. And in a way, both of those statements are very true. However, if you need to put food on your table without finances, you can't do that, or a roof over your head. It's very stressful on your body, your mind, and your spirit when you cannot have these things. So having a good financial plan in place and having your money under your control versus it being control of you is very important.
Interesting. I mean, a life where we are not in charge of our finances is a life of chaos and definitely not peace of mind. Is this what you find kind of in your line of work to be true for a few people?
Oh, more than just a few. It is a driving force of fear. It is a driving force of anxiety and stress. It is a force that drives, I would say, couples apart. It's a wedge when you have that stress in your life. It wedges you not only in relationships, but it can wedge you from your future, your goals, and your dreams. So
Yeah.
yes.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. So, if we are not trained in these areas, there lies the need for someone who is. Why did you choose Ramsey for your training?
Well, I have a history with Ramsey back in 2000, and actually beyond that, I'm going to say 1994 was the first time I heard of Dave Ramsey. And his system does work. And the way I know that is because I used it twice to get out of debt myself. I'm currently going through a new life transition where my marriage has ended, and I am now learning who Tanya is all over again. And through that process and not being able to work out in corporate again, this business has offered me that opportunity to do so. So I am once again using the system personally. So I teach I walk what I preach pretty much.
I mean, so you're really a product of the system itself. You have learned from the system as well. You provide real strategies to not only take control, but gain confidence and more forward and really kind of move forward towards things that matter to each one of us. What happens in that initial consultation where you meet people?
Well, the initial consultation, which I call a discovery session, is just that. We come together with no strings attached. We sit down, we get to know each other. And one of the most important things about a coaching situation is, does that coach work with you? Are you going to connect? So we get to learn a little bit about each other. It's no strings attached. It's very laid back. I hear your story, you hear a little bit of mine, and we just get that, whether we have a vibe of, are we going to be able to work together? That is step one. And if we feel like there is an actual connection there, I will move forward into additional meetings with you. And if there isn't, I have an entire network of other financial coaches that I can refer them to, because the most important thing is finding somebody that they can work with so they can move forward in their journey.
Really making sure it's a good fit for both parties, obviously, is when you can get some great results. So you discuss where they are right now and then their aspirations for the future. So really together, you're kind of crafting a roadmap to steer them forward. How long does the process normally take? Or is it an ongoing process for some people?
Well, the plan actually is very independent. Just like a human being is different, your fingerprints are different. It really depends on where they are in stage of life, what their goals are, what their aspirations are, and where they are right now. So there are a lot of factors that play into each individual meeting and with each individual person. And that can equate to anywhere from 3 months, which is a minimum, all the way up to a year or a couple years. It really depends on what they want to go for.
Interesting. I mean, so it's definitely not a one size fits all. This is a very customized approach you have for people. Honestly, personal finance, it's personal. I mean, you're only able to help people if they're honest, maybe even vulnerable. Is trust important in your line of work?
Yes, trust is very important. And sometimes you do get those people who are battling certain areas. And sometimes it's not even because they're conscious of doing it. It is one of those mindset systems that we have to work through. They could have money shame. They could have situations where they're dealing with past situations in their lives, such as childhood. How was money handled in their childhood? How has it been handled in previous relationships? Have they been demeaned for the way they handle money? And getting through those barriers. So it's not always just a fact of they're withholding information. I usually dig a little deeper into that and ask them why, what's behind that. It's always a question behind the question. So when we work with that, and I tell you right up front, I am not a psychologist or a counselor, but we do a lot of mindset work when we work with our clients.
I mean, you really have to be able to read between the lines, really try to get at what is holding people back. I mean, this is a touchy subject for most. Money equals emotion. I mean, we all have set beliefs in what money means to us. Is relearning sometimes necessary to master our money instead of it mastering us, like you say?
Absolutely. Education. That is one of the things I thrive on, is educating my clients. I want them to make a well-informed decision, whatever that is, whether it be finances or a step forward in another direction, whether it be a job or a home or whatever, investments. I want them to be well educated because I want them to fire me one day. I don't want to be here and be their footstool or be their helpmate for the rest of their lives. I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel encouraged and energized and be able to make these decisions on their own. And going through an education process, every obstacle in their path that we work through, that is an opportunity for education and for empowerment. And that's why I'm here.
Interesting. And like you say, because finance is personal and unique for each one of us, how important is it that we include our spouse or significant other in this conversation? Are the rates the same for individuals, or are they different for couples?
Oh, no, my rates are flat fee for everybody. And it's very important to have your significant other one there, whether it's a couple, a fiance, or if I look at it this way, if you're sharing the finances, you both need to be on board because when you have more than one hand in the bucket, there's going to be effects. There's going to be rippling effects. So when you have both on board, you're only having to counsel once, you're only having to talk to them once and make sure they're both on the same page versus I'm telling one partner, they're going back and telling the other. That's the telephone game. And we all know what happens with the telephone game. Things get mixed up. So I pretty much, whenever couples come to me, it is required that they're both there. And if they're not both there, then we rearrange it so that they can both be there. I also have other coaches that deal specifically with couples because sometimes you get one person who wants to do this whole exercise and then the other person's not on board. Well, this other coach that I know, I can refer them to because that's exactly what she does. She gets them on the same page.
Like you said, if they're not good fit for you, you can find others in your network you can refer them out to. I mean, this all begins with a simple discovery call that you say. How do they set that up? And is that initial call complimentary?
Absolutely. So our the first call, the first consultation where we get to know each other, that is free. That is a 1 hour session that we can sit down. It doesn't always take an hour. Sometimes we know within the first 15, 20 minutes, but I give that time so that we have that time without any pressure. And then to do that, you can send me an email or there is a link, which I believe I gave to you, that you can put up where you are able to click on the link and it takes you to a calendar page where you can actually look at my calendar and schedule it. And that is on Calendly. My email is TLC Financial Coach at protonmail.com. And if you send me an email, we can set something up that way too.
We'll put that on the bottom of the screen right there for the viewers out there. Tanya, you work with your clients to bring stability and really peace of mind into their life. Is this rewarding work for you?
Oh, I love it. I love it, Gary. It's so fascinating to watch. It's almost like I'm a mother of 3 adult sons. It's kind of like having those children and just watching them go off into their own again. It's fun to watch them grow. It's fun to watch those light bulbs come on, and just when they're so proud of themselves. Because I tell every client, whenever you take a step forward, no matter how big or small, it's still a win, and we still need to celebrate it. So it's very rewarding for me.
Their win is your win, so obviously you enjoy watching that. You've been there yourself. You know exactly what it's like to go through some life changes that can challenge anyone. And finance is always at the root of it all, making sure that we can provide for ourselves and we also are able to get the things that we want in life. I think it's a great story. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, you can learn more about her and the Ramsey system. That will educate and empower you to take charge, really, of your money. Once again, that is TLC Financial Coaching, where financial systems meet empowerment, clarity, and peace. This is Gary Atensu with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.